students, I am Safia, your science teacher. Today we are going to continue the topic fiber to fabric. As I said, we have discussed about natural fibers. The fibers which are obtained from the nature, that can be plant or animal, are called as natural fibers. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the plant fibers. What are the plant fibers which we have discussed are cotton and jute. So, this cotton and jute are used in our day-to-day life in different ways. So, what are those ways and how we can get this cotton fabric and the jute fabric? Let us know it in detail. So, first of all, the first plant fiber which we are going to discuss is the cotton. So, cotton is obtained from the cotton plant. So, to get the cotton, we have to collect the cotton balls. We have to collect cotton balls from nearby houses or cotton growing fields. Then you can find this cotton flower. First it will be a flower, then it will change into fruit. It will get all the cotton on it. And as a result, when this cotton will mature, when it will become big, okay, when the conditions are favorable, when it will get correct sunlight, food and water, everything, then the cotton will ripen up, it will mature and it will get cotton fiber. So collect those cotton balls. And in these cotton balls, you can find seeds. What you have to do? You will find cotton balls with seeds. Now, see that cotton ball and try, if you see it carefully by using magnifying lens, then you will observe thin strands you can see. Thin strands will be seen on the cotton ball. These thin strands are nothing but the fiber. Which fiber? Cotton fiber. This cotton fiber is collected from the cotton balls. Now this cotton fiber or cotton ball also contains seeds. So seeds are separated from the cotton balls. Separation of seeds from the cotton is called as ginning. Separation of seeds. Separation of seeds from the cotton ball is called as ginning. Now we got the cotton fiber. Cotton fiber is used for making the fabric. We got the fiber, now we have to convert it into fabric. So how this fabric is made? This cotton fiber is collected, it is colored, okay, dyeing will be done. That is colored, okay, these fibers are colored, and as well as they will add chemicals, combing will be done, then after coloring, combing will be done, they'll add chemicals, they'll make it strong enough to weave into fabric. But here, when we are saying this should be ready for the fabric, but these fibers, when we are combing it and all, those are not strong enough to convert into fabric. So what they will be doing? First of all, they will be doing spinning here. After coloring and all, spinning will be done. In the procedure of spinning, cotton fiber is converted into yarn. Fiber to yarn is called as spinning. The process of obtaining yarn from fiber is called as spinning. Spinning is done by using two instruments. Those are takli and charkha. You know charkha, you have observed charkha in books and all. Even Mahatma Gandhi ji have used charkha for doing this spinning. So takli and charkha are the instruments used for spinning. When we do this spinning, the fiber will become more strong and it will be ready for changing, or it will be ready for making. The fiber will be ready for weaving. And this procedure is called as spinning. Jute fiber is also a plant fiber. To obtain the cotton, we use cotton ball. In the same way, to obtain the jute fiber, we have to use the entire plant of jute. So, where do you find this jute fabric actually? Have you ever seen the gunny bags? Brown color bags, which are very big, and usually in this all the heavy loads will be carried. These like paddy, chili, sugar can be carried and can be packed in the gunny bags, because gunny bags can carry the heavy loads because they are rough and coarse. Whatever the heavy material it is, it can be kept or packed in the gunny bags. These gunny bags are very strong comparing to the cotton, and this gunny bag is obtained from the jute fiber. As it has more uses, jute fiber is also called as golden fiber. So as I said, we need jute plant. So what they will do, they will be collecting the jute plant from the fields, and the entire plant is immersed in the water. Entire plant is immersed in the water. Immersed means kept in the water or soaked in the water for few days. The entire jute plant is soaked in the water for few days. And as we are soaking some plant or something in the water, what will happen? Usually it will be rotten, right? Rotten. When you soak in the water, what will happen? The plant will get rotten. That means plant will change into brown color. It will be completely sticky to touch, right? That is rotten. So we need the jute fiber which is in rotten state only. So what they will do? They will wantedly soak this, all the jute plant, and the stem will become rotten. Later on, that jute is separated. The stem will become completely rotten. Fiber will be easily available. They will collect the fiber from the stem. And that fiber is again combed, it is dried, combed, colored, and later on spinning is done. After spinning, that fiber or yarn is converted into the fabric. And there is a similar method for weaving. Conversion of fiber to fabric is a method of weaving. So weaving is done on power looms and hand looms. The yarn which we get from the fiber is ready for making into fabric. That means it is ready for weaving. So this yarn is arranged in the vertical and the horizontal rows on the loom. These fibers are combined together and the procedure is called as weaving. So this weaving will be done on the hand looms. If it works with the help of human beings, then it is called as hand looms. And not only hand looms, we have power looms which will work on by using the power looms will work by using the electricity, whereas hand looms are used by the human being. Hands are involved in making this fabric. So weaving is done on either hand looms or power looms. Spinning is done on machines, because Takli and Charka, in both we should be involved, but on large scale it is impossible to do spinning, right? So by using machines, spinning is carried on. The procedure of combining these threads, vertical and horizontal threads, is called as weaving. And weaving is done in the same manner for all the fibers, whether it is natural or whether it is artificial fibers. So if you want to know or learn the weaving method, it is very easy. You have to collect the two papers of different colors. If not, you can take the coconut leaves, okay, dry coconut leaves. If not, you can take the leaves and remove the middle part of the leaf, coconut leaf, if you see. So what you have to do, take some, all that should be arranged like this, vertical and horizontal threads, right? So take one thread, one leaf, one part of it, or you can use paper. Better if you use papers. Use two different color papers and do this weaving. Okay, that same, first one thread is taken, one paper is taken, one colored paper and the other colored paper, like this. Okay, vertical, then horizontal, then vertical, then horizontal. These should be moving like a wave. I will be showing this making or weaving method in the class. So the students, this was the end of your lesson, fiber to fabric. Here we have learned about the different types of fibers, from where those are obtained. And regarding animal fiber, that is silk and wool, you will be learning in the class 7th. there also you are going to learn how we can obtain the silk and wool, and from obtaining fiber to converting it into fabric. So students, your homework is to learn the complete lessons, and this is the end of your complete lessons. We will be having last examination of fiber to fabric and the lesson playing with magnets. I hope you are seeing each and every video carefully and properly without missing anything. If you feel anything is difficult regarding any of the lessons, you can go through the videos, you can go through the lessons which I have explained you. Learn properly, don't waste your time. Utilize the time and go through the videos again and again. Thank you.